EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Carolina Panthers. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. We'll leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
Okay, break.
Young wasting no time, right to the air. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have its hands full all night long.
Now, you often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Blaster, 6, max, red. Trail green.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Red, yellow, red.
Now here's Young. That swing out wide to Sanders. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Lions will take over. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 26. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That throw taken in by Jameson Williams. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. First carry now for David Montgomery. Down to about the 45. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 31-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And finally down he goes. take it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those times.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Come on,
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Black swap.
They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
White. Ready.
Now Young. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A gain of 32 that time. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
Rashaan Evans out of Alabama had the tackle defensively. Here's 2nd and 10.
Black ultra.
It's Young off play action. Here's one deep for Pickens. And incomplete on the deep ball. George Pickens the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. You talk about this Lions defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
That's how it's throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw. But I for his first carry of the game.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Off play action. Here's Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter. On first down, gone. This one swung out to Montgomery. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
That was an example of excellent defense there. They stuffed him. So now he brings up a 3rd down situation. If I'm calling plays here, I make sure I put it in the hands of my quarterback and get it to a receiver real fast. I'm not running the ball here.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That really sets him back. A loss of 6.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, it's exactly what you're looking for.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Goff's throw here into the hands of Moore. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 17-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
To throw on second down is gone. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. Didn't much to the end zone the last time out.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They'll get 11, but it will still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. It gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
Patterson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
Ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Opposite.
Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Pushes him over. 47 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
Hey, Bruce.
And they just get the play off. Now Young. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. The Panthers at 6-3 on the year. And they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Watch out now. 50 series.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
Here we go.
From the 33, here's 2nd and 6. Another run with Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Red, cycle. Blue striker. Ready.
Young on 3rd down. Here's one deep for Pickens. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
In this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the 1st half. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Hey, 76. 76.
Lions now are going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Goff. And that is incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Young trying to hurry them up to the line here. Young looking to throw on second down. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, that might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Patterson's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
On second down, here's Goff. And down he'll go at the 25. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And this will wind up the Lions' first down as he gets this up past the 30. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it and pick up first downs.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Gibbs will get it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Got it.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close. 116 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Sanders is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown.
No touchdowns for them in the first half, but their defense kept them in this ball game. So now, maybe this can loosen them up a little because they played tight so far, and they get right back in it with a touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 13-7. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. How about this? He's to the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery with career touchdown number 70. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, I looked up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Ready,
Second and
ready.
10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Another run here with Sanders. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves him with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Fielded at the 33. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Hey, kill.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That's complete to the Porter. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Goff. Touchdown! Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. and they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Ready.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Here we go.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Ready.
You ain't doing nothing today.
The pitch comes to Sanders. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Smash. Red. Drill green. Set.
Now Young. Working the middle of the field. He's got him ran complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. On the counter now is Sanders. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Red. Yellow. Ready.
Now here's Young. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On third down, they turn to Sanders. And they're getting down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up fourth down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Keep the ball moving. Keep the ball moving. Come on, guys, dig deep.
Set. Hunt.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Edo blue. Set.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Ready. Set.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Young. And once again, this is Sanders. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Come on. Set. Hunt.
They go back to the ground. Now the ball comes loose.
Wow, that ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Young on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Hunt. Hunt.
Going for it with Sanders. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Ready.
Looking to throw, Young. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take over here up near the 40. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, his third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Lions are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Ready, ready.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. And some space here. Inside the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders with career touchdown number 70. And the Panthers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now down to 20. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Second and 10. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now this is either a fake or their coach is delusional or both here. And why the field goal team is still out there is beyond me. Time to reconsider after the delay.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Well, this is a new concept. It's third down, but they've got the punt unit on. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
On the double. Spike 6.
Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Down.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. From the gun, Mayfield. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
All right, here we go. Come on, focus, boys. All right, fellas, one more time. Showtime. Let's make some noise.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now it's the backup Mayfield. Steps under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Over the middle, complete. That's Malone. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. 95 yards.
And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that cuts this lead down to 13.